Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive. Today we're focusing on Mikaela Shiffrin. We're going way beyond the headlines with this one, using excerpts from this great article.
Okay.
It's just titled Mikaela Shiffrin.
Straightforward.
Yeah, so our mission today is to uncover what makes her more than just a champion. I mean, obviously we all know about the medals and the records,
Right.
but what is it about her story that really resonates with people? What makes her so compelling?
Well, it is fascinating, isn't it? I mean, her story is so compelling on so many levels.
Yeah.
You can't really talk about Shiffrin without acknowledging those just mind-blowing achievements,
Right.
But it's how those accomplishments are intertwined with some really, really challenging circumstances that I think makes it so interesting.
Yeah, and the article kind of jumps right into that early career, and it's almost unbelievable. Like, debuting on the World Cup circuit at 15 years old?
Yeah, just think about that for a second.
It's insane.
15 years old. I mean, most teenagers are worried about getting their driver's license. And she's out there competing against the world's best skiers. Talk about pressure.
Oh, yeah.
That early exposure, I think, is super crucial to understanding her trajectory. It wasn't just a hobby.
Right.
From a very young age, it was clear she was destined for greatness.
Okay, but destined for greatness is like the understatement of the century.
Right.
99 World Cup victories.
It's hard to even comprehend.
Like, hard to even comprehend.
And I think we have to kind of break down what that means. Like winning a World Cup.
Yeah.
It's like winning the Super Bowl in skiing. It's the pinnacle.
Everything.
It's the ultimate achievement.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that 99 times, blowing past the previous record of 86, held by Ingemar Stenmark, who was a legend in the sport.
A legend.
But to even come close to that is amazing, but to blow past it is just
It's incredible.
unbelievable.
Well, and I think what I find so fascinating, too, is it's not just racking up those wins.
Yeah.
It's the way that she skis. Like, the article talks about her technique. Oh, absolutely.
It sets her apart.
They talk about her precision and her focus on maintaining this smooth, almost elegant style, even on the most challenging courses.
Right.
Some skiers might rely on, like, raw power or aggression, but Shiffrin prioritizes control and efficiency.
Yeah. It's like
watching a surgeon at work with her skis.
yes.
Just incredible precision.
So it's not just being fearless. It's about mastering that technical aspect.
Yeah.
But even with this incredible talent and dedication, the article reveals that her journey has not been without challenges.
Right. And this is where I think the story takes this really powerful turn.
Yeah.
We start to see the human behind this champion.
Yes.
Someone who faces adversity, just like we all do.
Yeah.
And the article talks about the just devastating loss of her father in 2020
Yeah.
and how deeply that affected her.
Yeah, and there's this quote that she has where she describes that period, and it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
She says, "Me encontraba abatida, sin autoestima, y con un sentimiento constante de desesperanza."
Which translates to, I found myself dejected, without self-esteem, and with a constant feeling of hopelessness.
To be in that place and
That's heavy.
and imagine carrying that weight of grief,
Right.
that feeling of hopelessness, while also training at this elite level.
Yeah.
I mean, it speaks volumes about her inner strength, her ability to compartmentalize and focus.
I'm curious, though, do you think that experiencing such a profound loss so early in her career ultimately made her stronger?
That's a great question. It's impossible to know for sure, but it certainly adds another layer to her story.
Right.
It forces us to ask, is her record even more impressive because of what she had to overcome?
Exactly. It really makes you reconsider what it means to be a champion.
Yeah.
It's not just about winning.
Yeah.
It's about that resilience.
Yes.
It's about getting back up when life throws you those unexpected moguls.
And let's not forget, this is all happening as the world is dealing with a pandemic.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Talk about a double whammy.
Yeah, she's dealing with personal tragedy, a global health crisis disrupting everything.
Everything is changing.
And yet she still manages to not only return to skiing, but to shatter records in the process.
Yeah.
So March 2023, she breaks Stenmark's long-standing record.
Unbelievable.
That 87th World Cup victory, you can almost hear the world holding its breath and then erupting in applause when it happened.
It's such a powerful moment, and I think it solidified her place as more than just a skiing champion.
Yeah.
It was a testament to the power of the human spirit. The ability to overcome these obstacles and achieve these great things, even when it seems like everything is against you.
Absolutely.
And that's what resonates with people. It's a message of hope. a reminder that we're all capable of incredible things, even when we're faced with these seemingly insurmountable challenges.
And her story doesn't stop there.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, 99 victories later and she's still pushing boundaries. The article mentions her being recognized by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people and winning an ESPY award for Best Athlete in Women's Sports.
These awards are significant because it shows how Shiffrin's impact goes way beyond the world of skiing.
Yeah.
You know, she's become this role model,
Totally.
inspiring people from all walks of life with her dedication, her resilience, and her pursuit of excellence.
It's so inspiring to see someone at the top of their game still striving to learn and grow.
I agree, and that's where her connection to Taylor Swift gets really interesting. The article highlights how Shiffrin admires Swift's work ethic and the way that she finds joy in what she does.
I love that.
And I think that suggests Shiffrin sees a parallel in her own drive and passion for skiing.
It's not just about the physical training. It's about finding that inner spark, that love for what you do that pushes you to be your best.
Right.
And it seems like that's what drives Shiffrin, this constant desire to improve, to push her limits, even when she's already achieved so much.
It's this constant striving, this pursuit of excellence that makes her story so compelling. You know, it's not just about the medals. It's about the journey, the challenges, and the belief in her own potential.
Which brings us to like a really fascinating point in her career.
Yep.
Because she's currently sitting at 99 World Cup victories.
Wow.
So close to that incredible milestone of 100.
You can bet the entire world is watching and waiting to see when and how she'll achieve that.
But as the article points out, there's been a bit of a setback recently.
Oh.
Shiffrin suffered an injury which has put her pursuit of that 100th victory on hold for now.
Okay. And this recent injury, I think it raises a really important question.
Yeah.
How does someone like Shiffrin, who's built her entire career on pushing those physical limits,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
how does she cope with a setback that's totally out of her control?
That's what I find so interesting about this part of her story.
Yeah.
Because does it shake her confidence?
Right.
Or does it fuel her determination even more?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen how she's bounced back from other challenges, but this is different.
This is different. And that's where we get into the whole idea of mindset. It's not just about physical recovery.
Right.
It's about that mental resilience.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
how do you maintain that drive, that laser focus when you're forced to confront these obstacles that you can't just power through?
Well, and the article touches on this a little bit.
Yeah.
It mentions that despite the injury, Shiffrin remains optimistic.
Okay.
She's focused on recovery, on coming back stronger than ever. But I wonder, what does that actually look like? How do you cultivate that kind of resilience?
That's a question that I think we can all relate to,
Oh, yeah.
even if we're not elite athletes.
Totally.
Because life throws curveballs at everybody.
Right.
It's not a matter of if you're going to face adversity, it's when.
Yeah. When and how you handle it.
And how you're going to handle it. Exactly. And that's where I think Shiffrin's journey offers these really powerful lessons that we can apply to our own lives.
So let's get practical here. What are some of the takeaways that the article highlights? What can we, the everyday folks,
Right.
you know, trying to navigate our own mountains, what can we learn from Mikaela Shiffrin?
Well, the article pinpoints 3 core lessons
Okay.
that resonate, I think, far beyond the ski slopes. The first one is the power of passion and purpose.
Okay.
And remember how we talked about Shiffrin drawing inspiration from Taylor Swift's work ethic?
Yeah, finding that joy in what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about the talent. It's about this deep love for your craft.
Your purpose.
Your purpose. That's what fuels you. That's what keeps you going when things get tough,
Yeah.
you know?
So it's about identifying your why, figuring out what truly motivates you, what sets your soul on fire, and then letting that be your guiding force.
Yes, absolutely. Now, the second takeaway is the importance of resilience.
Okay.
And we've seen this woven throughout Shiffrin's entire story.
Yeah.
She's faced some incredibly tough situations, both personally and professionally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yet she consistently finds a way to rise above them, to adapt, to grow, and to come back stronger.
It's like life is one giant slalom course, you know, constantly throwing those unexpected obstacles in your path. It's not about avoiding them altogether.
Right.
It's learning to navigate them, to not let them knock you completely off course.
Exactly. And the third takeaway, which I think is so important, is the value of continuous improvement.
Okay.
And this is a concept that applies whether you're at the top of your game or just starting out.
So even someone like Shiffrin, who's achieved incredible things, is still looking for ways to get better.
Still looking to improve. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The article talks about how she's constantly studying,
Wow.
analyzing her performance, looking for those tiny adjustments that can make a big difference.
Yeah.
It's about having that growth mindset, recognizing that there's always room for improvement, no matter how much you've accomplished.
That's so inspiring.
It is. It's like learning never stops.
Right?
Even when you reach what seems like the peak of your field, there's still new heights to explore, new skills to master.
It's so true. And I think that's one of the most powerful takeaways from Mikaela Shiffrin's story. It's not just about the medals, the records, or the accolades.
Right.
It's about that unwavering commitment to growth, that relentless pursuit of excellence, and the belief in your own potential.
It's like she's saying, look, I've been to the top of the mountain, and guess what? There's still more to discover, more to learn, more to achieve.
I love that.
And that's a message that resonates with anyone who's trying to reach their full potential.
It really does.
Regardless of what their field is or what their goals are.
It's about embracing that journey. The ups and downs, the challenges and the triumphs.
Yeah.
Recognizing that growth isn't linear and setbacks aren't failures. They're opportunities to learn to adapt and come back stronger.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive into the world of Mikaela Shiffrin, what's the one thing you hope our listener takes away from her story? What's that final nugget of wisdom that we can leave them with?
If I could leave our listener with just one thought, it'd be this. If Mikaela Shiffrin can overcome the loss of a parent, navigate a global pandemic, and bounce back from these injuries, all while achieving this unparalleled success in her field, then what's stopping you from tackling those goals, those dreams that feel just out of reach?
I love that. It's such a powerful reminder that we all have our own mountains to climb, our own challenges to overcome.
Exactly.
Maybe it's starting a new business, writing a book, learning a new skill, or just like breaking a bad habit.
It could be anything big or small.
Yeah.
And I think the beauty of Shiffrin's story is that it gives us this roadmap, a framework for approaching those challenges.
Totally.
It's about identifying your why, cultivating that resilience, and embracing that continuous improvement.
It's like she's saying, hey, I've been there, I've faced adversity, and I've come out stronger. You can too.
Exactly. You got this.
And remember, it's not about being perfect or comparing yourself to others. It's about setting your own goals, pushing your own boundaries, and celebrating your own unique journey.
It's about finding your own mountain.
Yes.
And then taking that first step.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small one.
And then another step.
And another.
And another.
Until you reach that summit.
Until you reach the top.
Yeah.
And don't forget to enjoy the ride along the way.
Yes. Embrace the challenges. Celebrate those victories. Learn from the setbacks. Because that's where the real growth happens.
That's where the real growth happens.
That's where you discover your true potential.
So, to our listener, we leave you with this. What's your mountain?
What's your mountain?
And what's your first step towards reaching the summit?
Take that step.
Go out there and make it happen. We'll be cheering you on every step of the way.
Until next time. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing those boundaries.
And that's a wrap on this deep dive.